Good morning, good morning. Today is Friday. It's 7:48 a.m. I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to Press for Juice. I'm going to get $9.47 for 4.3 miles. Thanks to everybody for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, and that way you'll be able to keep up with my daily postings of my deliveries. So anyway, we are really struggling right now to get any type of work. It has been a terrible week for Uber Eats and DoorDash. Specifically in the mornings, there's just been nothing. I have been online since 6:30 this morning, so it's almost been an hour and a half that I have been waiting for something to come in. And I turned on Walmart Spark thinking that maybe I'll find something on Walmart Spark to do that I would like, but I just don't like that app. I was getting flooded with different offers, but the amount of effort it takes to figure out which ones are good ones and which ones are bad ones, it's too time consuming to figure out the good ones from the bad ones. So I gave up on Walmart Spark and just shut it off. And I also don't like that you have to wait 24 hours to get the tip money from Walmart Spark, and that's just such a long wait. I just would rather I'd rather not deal with that if I don't have to, and I don't have to. So I just said, you know what, just turn this app off, and I did. So right now I'm just doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, and that's all. And that's all I've really ever done. I've only done, I think, 1 or 2 Walmart Sparks in the history of my delivering, and I remember both times how much I did not like it. So that's that. And now we're pulling into Press for Juice. I think I got a spot right here. Yeah, this is a good spot. All right, let's go in and get the order. No waiting on the order. DoorDash, I forgot to even pause it. DoorDash is paused. We're going to be traveling 12 minutes, 3.1 miles. We're going to be going to a house. It's just a leave at the door, and I have a gate code. Oh, I don't even know what the customer ordered, so I secured the order in case it's some type of food item. Usually I'm just picking up, these bottles of juice. $3.07, 5 miles. So usually I'm just picking up bottles of juice or something, and it doesn't matter if it tips over or anything like that. Inside of Press for Juice, I was the only customer inside the store at the time, and there was nobody else there, so it was a really simple pickup. Those are the kind of pickups that I like, the kind that are just real simple. You do it, you pick it up, and you drop it off. All the ones that I was seeing on Walmart Spark, it was like heavy, 40 to 50 pounds, apartment deliveries, shopping for like 50 something items in the stores. It's like, no, that's okay. It's like, and just the thought of having to do a Walmart Spark order where you have to shop inside the Walmart with all those people. Walmart is always so crowded. There's always so many people in that store. And then even a pickup, you have to wait so long to get your stuff from a Walmart when you try to pick it up. It's just, they paid good money. Most of the offers that I saw on Walmart Spark were somewhere between $16 and $25 were the offers I was seeing, and they were coming in nonstop. So it's definitely profitable to do it, but you would have to be someone that would actually not mind all the downside, all the negatives to shopping inside a Walmart. So yeah, it's like I'm really used to just going to simple places like Starbucks and McDonald's, and just doing these real simple things. You just go in and you grab it and you drop it off. And even the places I shop at, like let's say I shop at Sprouts or Vons or Albertsons, those stores are really nice, and they're not super crowded, you know, because they have high prices. So they're not packed with all kinds of people looking for discounted merchandise. So I'm definitely not a fan of doing the Walmart. And I'm trying to think what situation would cause me to ever do it again. I really can't think of anything. I have this feeling that eventually they're going to deactivate me just from the lack of use. They're going to be like, wow, for the last few years you haven't earned any money, so we're just going to remove you from the program, is what I think is going to happen. Which is fine. It's no big deal. And nothing else too exciting is going on at home. I was just doing some more research about money market accounts on Charles Schwab. They have they have a thing where you can put your money in a money market account so that it earns interest until you decide what you want to invest in. And I guess you have to manually do it. It doesn't automatically do it with the money that you have that's just sitting there. So usually what happens is that I'll have a treasury or a CD inside of my account that'll be maturing. And so then it matures and it sits there, and I'm like, well, I'm not sure what I want to invest in yet. You got to give me a week or two to figure it out. And meanwhile, the money sits there for a week or two and it's not earning any interest. So usually at that point is when I want to have it put into a money market so it at least earns something while for the next week or two, while I am trying to figure out what next step I want to do. So I learned that there's like a ticker symbol. It looks like a stock or a mutual fund, but it's actually just a money market account, and you just select it and you purchase it like it's a stock, but it's not. It's just a mutual fund. It's like $1 for every share, which is just, you know, all you do is you're converting it in, and then when you're ready to pull it back out, you just sell it. You sell it, and then the following day it comes out and it's ready to be used for buying a CD or buying a stock or whatever. I'm not sure why they do it that way, why they don't just automatically have a thing that the money just plops into. I know other brokerage firms, they automatically give you some type of money for your settlement account, but not, oh, somebody's pushing their car. Somebody broke down and they're pushing their car. Is there anybody in the drivers? Is anybody driving that thing? OMG. A guy was just pushing the truck down the hill. That is crazy. I hope I got that on camera. It was a guy going down Eastern pushing a white pickup truck. He was in the back of the truck pushing it, and then because he was going downhill, the truck was picking up speed, starting to go fast where he couldn't keep up with it, and he just jumped on the bumper of the back of the white pickup truck. And then I think they pulled into a gas station. I don't know if they ran out of gas, or it looked like a pretty new pickup truck. It was a white pickup truck. I don't know what was going on, why it wasn't running right. Wow, they're lucky the light didn't turn red on them. That would have been crazy. The person would have braked and it would have smashed into the guy. It's such a crazy world. And let's see, I got 0.6 more miles to go. I think it's going to be on the right. And the temperature right now is 79 degrees. I currently have 3.5 miles on the car, and I'm getting 46 miles to the gallon, and it's almost 8 a.m. Traffic is light right now, sunny and clear, no wind. It looks like it's just going to be another nice, pleasant, it feels like summer already, nice, pleasant, summer-like day. I don't know what the high is going to be today. Yesterday over in Summerlin, I heard it started to hail. It didn't hail over here, and it didn't rain. But I heard over there the weather was pretty darn bad. And this is the time of year where we do get very strange weather. So we were getting it. Oh, let's see. What's the gate code? Okay. hope work picks up today. I mean, it is Friday. Gosh, I hope it picks up. It is so boring just sitting around at home. I'm thinking about extending my shift all the way to 2 o'clock every day. Just because it's so slow. I figure I'll pretend like I'm a 911 operator and I'll just be on standby, just hanging out at home, having a good time. And then when the alarm goes off, I'll run to my phone and be like, 911, what's your emergency? Oh, you need me to pick up some Starbucks for you? Okay. I think that's going to be the general plan until things pick up again. Okay, it's going to be on the left. Where is it? I'm looking. Where are you? I see it. Let me just turn around. Thank you. Alright, easy drop off, no problems. Those are the kind of orders I like, nice and simple, no stress. And now I'm just gonna head back home, I guess, and wait for the next one. I'm sure it's gonna be a long wait based on how long it took me to get this one. But I'm patient, and whatever money I make today, I make. The goal is to make $50, but at this point now, I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna make whatever money I make until the window closes. Because the way I see it, for the past 3 days, I've been short by about $10 every single day for the previous 3 days. So that's $30 that I've been missing from my normal income stream. So I'm like, oh shoot, I should somehow try to make that up. I said I better just I'm still gonna be picky, but I mean I better just keep working until the window closes, is what I'm starting to think. So usually what I would do is I would work up until I make $50, and then I'd just be like, hooray, I made $50, and I turn the app off and go home. But now with this with it being slow for so long, I think I better just grab grab as much money as I can when the window's open, so that way I can maintain my average of $50. So I may start, well, I guess what I'm gonna do is, like today, maybe I think I need to make I'm gonna make at least $70, $75 today. Should be my goal. Although I still don't know if I can even make it because it's just so darn slow. So I don't know. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I mean, because this money is not, life and death money. It's like a hobby. So I don't know. All I know is that I have a certain window of time that I could work. So technically I could work all the way up until 2 o'clock. I definitely could not work beyond 2. So I think what I'll do is I'll have a soft cutoff date of 12 o'clock and a hard cutoff date of 2 o'clock, and see what happens. Somebody sent me a comment saying they've been having to work at dinner time to make up for the how slow it is, and I just can't do that. I don't have the bandwidth to work in the evenings. I mean, I usually go to sleep at around, I get ready for bed at around 7 o'clock at night, so I can't possibly work at that time. It just would not be possible. Yeah, and then I don't really even like to really start working until about 6:30 in the morning is when I usually like to start. And I think the only other opportunities I know of that happen like the time I wake up, which is around 3 a.m., is taking people to the airport. And I really don't want to deal with any people. So I don't think it's going to happen either. So that's out. So I think the bottom line is that the bottom line is it's just going to be slow for me. And so you're going to see videos coming up where, I am not making as much as I normally make. And I think that's all that's going to be happening. I don't know if even think the videos are going to be as long, which I know some of you may be like, oh, good, these videos are long. So, so maybe some videos will end up being like 30-minute videos or whatever, which are just would be a normal video that most gig people make. My videos always tend to be longer because I just like people to have the full experience of what I'm doing, and you can really see all the neighborhoods, and then also in the description, I put like chapter links in the description, so that way people can see what they want. So if I do like 4 deliveries, in the description you'll see 4 different chapters or 4 different links that'll take you to each delivery that I'm doing while I'm during the day. So wow, there's a lot of terrible drivers right now. There's people just all over the place right now. I don't know what people got a lot on their mind. They're text messaging, they're daydreaming, I don't know what. $8.52 for 4.7 miles to go to McDonald's. That doesn't sound too bad. I think I'll take this one. It's close to $2 for every mile. Except, let me tell you officially the offer. Alright, I got an offer from Uber Eats. We're going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to get $8.52 for 4.7 miles. I think that it comes out to, it should be $9.40 for this offer, but I'm being so generous right now. I'm like ignoring the point whatever miles, and so this is really to me like a 4-mile job if I ignore the 0.7. So the $8.52 is fair. I think I sort of came to that conclusion last night. I'm like, I know I want $2 for every mile, but I also want to be open to being a little bit flexible. So this offer I'm being a little bit flexible on. And it's just a McDonald's one, so it's going to be easiest. If it was shopping, I don't think I would have taken it. I'm much more strict with the shopping ones because they take so much more effort to do the shopping. This is just walk in McDonald's, you tell the person the last 3 digits of the order number, you stand there for a while until they hand it to you, and you leave. So that's pretty much why I thought just, it makes the most sense to do it. Traffic is starting to build up. It looks like things are busier today than yesterday. The traffic yesterday was super light. There was hardly anybody on the road. I really don't want to end up going back home. I mean, really, I don't. I can only sit on the sofa and hang out at the house for so long before I start to go stir crazy. I'm like, give me some. That's why I turned on Walmart Spark. I'm like, give me something. I gotta get out of here. I can't just sit here at home twiddling my thumbs for all this time. All right, we made it to McDonald's. Let's go in and get it. All right, we got the order. I'm going to be traveling 10 minutes, 3.5 miles. It's going to be a house, and it's going to be a leave at the door. I was talking to a nice lady inside of the store, inside of McDonald's, and she was doing DoorDash. She was telling me how she was getting lots of work, that she wasn't having any problems, that it was busy for her. And so I was like, oh, well, that's good to hear. And she said she likes DoorDash because she gets a lot of catering orders. So the moment she said that to me, I thought, oh, she's one of these people that has a very high acceptance rate. And I bet you she gets, she drives all over the place. Like, she just takes whatever comes in on her app, she says, okay, I'll do it. You know, she's the opposite of my strategy. She's the one that's probably just racking miles on her car because she just wants to get as much money as she can anywhere she can get it. And I think she must get really good tips because she was a very nice, polite, very talkative lady, but in a very nice, friendly way. I was like, wow, this lady is very charismatic. And so she probably gets really good tips when wherever she goes. As soon as they see her, they're like, oh, here, have some extra money. They just hand it to her. I wanted to give her some money. She was so nice. I'm like, here, take some of my money. She was very friendly. And you know, and I'm such an antisocial person that to see somebody like that, I was like, wow. And you're doing this gig work. I'm surprised you haven't networked with somebody to get like a really, you know, good, stable job. But you know, there's different stories out there. For all I know, she probably has family members that she has to care for at home or something, and she can't commit to anything like that. But yeah, it was kind of cool to actually talk to another delivery driver and get their feedback on what's going on in their world. So there you have it. Somebody's having a very busy time this week, which is the opposite. I'm sure all of the rest of us who are picky with our orders and we have low acceptance rates, we're not getting nothing. Maybe now both of the apps are now taking high preferential treatment to those people who accept offers and those who don't. And we are the ones that don't. So anyway, we got this order here, and the bag feels like there's nothing in it. There's basically two things in this bag, and they're both sausage and egg McMuffins. And then also added to them are 2 pieces of bacon. So the bag feels like there's nothing in the bag. When she handed me the order, I first thought, oh my God, they didn't put anything in this bag. But I'm like, well, I was so busy talking to the other delivery driver, I didn't even think to say anything. I just walked out, and I was just like, well, nice talking to you. And she told me, have a blessed day. And I'm like, thank you, have a blessed day. So yeah. And I don't know. I don't think no matter what the incentives are, because it's so important for me to not put a lot of miles on my car, and because I do so few deliveries every day, that it just doesn't make sense for me to have a high acceptance rate. Because you know how many bad orders I'd have to do just to get my acceptance rate up? And how rare it would be I would actually get a catering order. It would be extremely rare, because every day I don't do that many deliveries. I do probably maybe 5 or 6 deliveries every day. And that's not enough. I mean, I'm sure 50 to 60% of my deliveries would be terrible ones, and then there'd be just a small ones that would be like, and I'd be praying the whole day, please let me get something, because I've been taking upside down orders all day, and I'd be stuck in all these areas that don't have any work. So yeah, it would not work out. But she tempted me. The moment that she was telling me how good her day was going, I was tempted. My mind's like, oh, maybe I should get my acceptance rate up. She had me I felt like I was being sucked into the idea of changing my strategy and and taking any orders that I get. But I just can't do it. I just can't. I mean, look at me right now. I only have 7.5 miles on the car right now. And what do we got? We got a, what was the first order that we got? I think it was like $8, and this one's nice. I think we've got $17 right now. So I'm doing pretty good considering how low the miles are on the car. And yeah, since it doesn't matter to me. And then I also think about people and their circumstances. I'm like, well, she really needs the money. You know, this is her primary source of income. I'm like, I cannot, I don't really want to take away work like that from people. I mean, I really am doing this, you know, for a totally different reason than the average person does. So I'm like, no, it's all right. I think I would, if this was my main source of income, yeah, I would be like, okay, and I have to work full time. I work 8-10 hours a day. Maybe I'd have a different, no, I don't think, never mind. I don't think I would, because I'm worried about my car. She's going to wreck her car. There's so many people that do this job, and it never ends well when they're taking every offer. You know what ends up happening? Their car ends up in the shop, and they have to spend all this money to pay for the repairs on their car because they've driven it into the ground. And I don't want to be one of those people. So yeah, I am. I don't think even if I did this full time, I don't think I would do it. I would probably just start adding on other apps. I'd go back to driving people again and taking people to the airports, and you know, I would do the Walmart Spark, I guess. Yeah, I would have to do that, and just put in more time learning how to be more effective and more good at understanding the Walmart Spark apps. So I could more quickly decide which ones were good offers and which ones weren't. I think that's what I would end up doing. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that though. I'm so close to retirement that it doesn't really matter to me. That's the nice part of being about this age. You're so close to the finish line that you don't have the same kind of stress that a younger person has. If I was in my 20s doing this, I would be looking for a full-time corporate job. I'd be like, no, I need to get myself into that nice, fat, steady paycheck. I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be looking for that steady, fat paycheck that as boring or as horrible as the job was, I would just do it until I got whatever perks they want to give me. You know, a lot of these really good corporate jobs, they'll give you some really nice perks if they like you. So that's probably what I would end up doing if I was in my 20s, you know. Or I'd get a degree. I would get a degree in something in the medical field, like maybe as an ultrasound specialist, or someone that is really needed, and my degree would actually pay a lot of money once I put the years under my belt doing it. I think that's what I would probably do. I can't imagine in my 20s doing this job and thinking, well, this is my future. I'm like, this is not a good one. This is not a solid, stable future. This is like in between until the next good job comes up in my mind. Do I turn here? Yeah. We're getting closer. It's gonna be on the left-hand side. Looking. It's not that one. I think it's this very last house. Yeah, it's this last house in this cul-de-sac. This is a big cul-de-sac. Alright, we're here, and I believe it's a leave at the door. Yep, just a leave at the door. Thank you. Another easy drop-off. No problems. So that was $8, and the previous one was $9. Yeah, $17. We're almost at $18, and I got 9.7 miles on the car. And I wasn't stuck inside of a Walmart. I wasn't stuck in a Walmart parking lot. I wasn't climbing any stairs carrying cases of water. I'm not all sweaty right now in my car. I don't have any kind of cuts on my hands from handling all kinds of bags of groceries that have sharp plastic edges. This is the kind of job that I signed up for. This is my kind of work. The kind that's not hard. That's what I really like. I mean, if this job was hard, I wouldn't do it. That's why I stopped doing the Uber X, driving people around. It started to get too hard. It was starting to wear on me, the rudeness of people and the terrible smells of people and all that stuff. And just the feeling of strangers behind you all the time. They're putting laser beams in the back of your head while you're driving. All that stuff. And then the nonsense they do. Oh, could you stop over here? I need to get some money out of the ATM machine. Or, I need to get cigarettes. Do you know where the nearest smoke shop is? All that stuff. Nightmares. Like, no, and no. I am not going back to that. This is to me, this is the most perfect retirement job I could get, because it aligns perfectly with what I like to do. I like to cruise in the car. I like to be by myself. And I like shopping. I do like to shop. I just like to shop in nice places, not Walmart. Walmart's the kind of place I shop my groceries for, just to save some money. I don't really want to be in the Walmart. I mean, it's the last, when I go to do my grocery shopping, Walmart's the last place I really want to be, but I know I'm saving some money by going there, so that's why I do it. I would much rather shop at a Vons or an Albertsons, much more than going to Walmart. I just know that the savings I'm getting, I'm like, well, it's a significant savings. So that's why I do it. And the same thing with getting my gas at Sam's Club. I know I'm saving money doing it. So even though I have to put up with the long line and wait, I'm like, well, I'm saving money, so I'll just wait in the long line here at Sam's Club just to save. I'll save about $5 every month doing it. And yeah, if I wasn't such a budgeter, I would probably just go to a regular gas station and be like, whatever. But I just know in the long run, when you save money, it pays off in the end. Unless you get sick and end up in a nursing home, then you're just saving it for the nursing home. They're gonna take all your money. So knock on wood, that doesn't happen. Hopefully I just pass away in my sleep. That would be the best. Or maybe towards the end, they'll make an old age pill and you can just take it and you can pass away in your bed. Maybe the world will be so overpopulated by the time I pass away that they'll pass laws that make it acceptable for the doctors to give you that I'm ready to go pill. $6.55, 8 miles now. I don't know what $6.41, 7 miles now. I don't know if they'll ever do that. There's a lot of a strong religious influence that prevents that from occurring. And also they worry all the time that people are going to abuse that. They're going to actually put like relatives are going to put you out of your misery on purpose just to get rid of you. So there's a lot of and then also there's a lot of medical, $4, 7 miles. There's lots of medical industries that depend on old people still being around. So they don't want anybody to create something that will get rid of old people right away. They want to make that money. So yeah, it's a very strange situation. I'm gonna set up a thing in my, what do you call it? What's that called? What's it called? Your living will for your health, whatever it's called. I gotta make sure I make one of those that says, do not put me on life support, do not resuscitate me, just leave me alone. Just let me go. I gotta make sure that's all set up. I'm sure once I reach retirement, that's gonna be the next thing that I focus on. $14, 17 miles. Yeah. I know everybody has different feelings about it. Some people, they want to be here at all costs. $7, 14 miles. Some of us are afraid of passing away, so like at all costs, do not let me go. $8, 8 miles. I'm not of that mindset. I'm always been a person that, you know, that philosophically believes when your time comes, just go. And wherever you're gonna go eventually anyway. $11, 11 miles. We're all gonna go eventually, so we're all gonna have to experience whatever's gonna take place after this world. We're all gonna experience one way or the other. There's no way to avoid it. So if the time comes, the time comes. And you just all you want to really hope for is that if your time comes, it's gonna be as quick as possible. It's not gonna be really dragged out with a lot of horrific experiences. And that's really about it. I got the next offer, and it's from Uber Eats. I'm gonna go to Rachel's Kitchen, and then I'm gonna go to Starbucks. I'm gonna get $7.62 for 3.8 miles. The time right now is 9:21. I was at home a long time, maybe an hour. I was at home, and I almost got a really good offer, and the app malfunctioned, and it said, oops, something went wrong. Boy, was I disappointed, because it was a good one. It was like $16 for like 6 miles or something like that, and I was like, oh great. So that happened, and then I was just rejecting offer after offer for the next 20 minutes or so until this one came in, which isn't exactly a spectacular offer at all, but you know, beggars can't be choosers right now. You gotta just get what you can get. And the pickup for Rachel's Kitchen is not easy, because usually you have to park a little bit of ways from the restaurant, and you gotta do some walking to get there. So, and then the good part is that usually there's no waiting. Once you walk inside Rachel's, it's usually just sitting there on the counter. So that's the one good aspect of this offer. And yeah, so once I drop this off, I think I'll finally be like near $25. So I think I made $19 for the first one, and then this is in the 7, so I think that's $26. So this takes me halfway to my goal, and I think I have decided that I will stay online until 2. And yeah, the only thing that's got me hesitant about it, you know, is that I do like to have some space to work on the video. So that's the only real conflict I think that I have about working until 2 o'clock. But if a video comes out later, I guess that's fine. You know, I don't necessarily have to put out a video every day. I mean, if it turns out that I have a lot of videos that are stacked up for editing, I'll eventually get to them, and then that's when they'll come out. So there might be some delay, more lag time between the time a video comes out. I think that's the only negative. I guess oh no, there's a parking spot real close to Rachel's. I lucked out. I'm gonna park here and go on in. We scored. No waiting on the order. I almost slipped on a spot of oil on the ground. Complete the pickup. Man, that would have been so awful if I would have slipped and fell on the ground, because it's, man, I would have took such a tumble. I stepped right in a patch of oil that was you know, on the ground where somebody, you know, parked or they had parked, and I mean, it was a lot of oil, and it was so much oil that my foot 100% lost traction, my right foot. So I just completely, of course, compensated with my left foot, and thank goodness that foot wasn't in the oil as well, or I would have completely would have taken a spill. And then just as I was walking, I was just sort of scuffing my shoe, trying to get the oil off of my shoe because, you know, I didn't want it in my car. And yeah, these are the kinds of things that can happen when you're doing this job every day. The risk of falling is really high when you're doing this job, because you're constantly trying to navigate all different types of terrain in this town, and there's so many things that are dangerous. I mean, I'm walking over rocks and broken sidewalks and stepping over things all the time. So you really got to be aware of your environment when you're doing this job. So now we're on our way to Starbucks, and that's not that far away. It's just 0.6 miles from this point. And yeah, the total number of miles is really low for this job, especially considering I'm going to be delivering to 2 different customers. So I think the drop-offs for the 2 customers, they're like really close to each other. I think they may even be in the same neighborhood, like in the same neighborhood, same block or whatever. So that's going to be pretty simple for the drop-off. And I'm fairly certain that they're both houses, not 100%, but based on my memory of what I saw on the graphic, it looked like both of them were just houses, so it should be simple. Alright, we make a right turn coming up, and we'll be in the shopping center for the Starbucks. Temperature now is 82 degrees. It's 9:28 a.m. I've got 15 miles on the car. I'm getting 70 miles to the gallon right now. Doing real good on gas mileage. I usually only put gas in the car every other week, so my gas lasts for a long time. And I'm never even close to empty when I put gas in the car. I'm just gonna park right here and we'll head on in. No waiting on the order. Verify the order. Orders verified. Complete the pickup. Oh boy. No problems getting the pickup. I think I had problems making the video on my way out of the Starbucks. I think I hit the wrong button. But there was no waiting on the order. I just snatched it up. I saw it on the counter. I grabbed it and I said thanks to everybody and have a good day. And I was out of there. And that was it. And now we're going to be going 5 minutes, 1.7 miles. We're going to a house and it's a leave at the door. And the first order we're going to be dropping off is going to be the Rachel's Kitchen order. Well, that is all. Whoa, dude, easy up. Shoot. Ease up on the throttle when you make that turn. I gotta be careful when I'm driving because I have a smoothie and I have a soda on the floor of the car, so I gotta be careful when I'm making my turns. And I also cannot forget that this Rachel's Kitchen order has food and drinks. So I have the food in my delivery box and I have the drinks on the floor of the car. I always put the drinks on the floor of my car because if they spill, any of the liquid will land on my waterproof rubber floor mats that have grooves in them, so any spillage is easy to clean up. Anytime I put liquids in my delivery box, it's a pain because all the absorbent rags that I put in there, they get all gross and then I have to wash them. So I tend to always put drinks just on the floor of the car. And also on the floor of the car, the mats are rubber, so they have a lot of good grip. They really help to keep the drinks from sliding around when I'm going on turns. Yeah, this is definitely looks like just a simple drop-off. It looks like it's a basic house, and I don't think I'm going to have any problems with the drop-off for drop-off number 1. So it looks like, and there's no gate or anything, so it's going to be a standard one. And let's just hope that after I drop this off, I get another offer right away so that the momentum continues. So far, every time I've ended up back home, I don't get anything for the longest time. And I don't think it has anything to do with where I'm located. It has just to do with, it's just slow. Make a left up here. Yeah, it just gets slow. Oh, I gotta be careful on my turn. And this guy's crossing when he shouldn't be. We have the arrow and he doesn't. And he's just walking. Like, oh, don't do this to me. Oh, I guess we didn't have the arrow. I had a flashing yellow. I was supposed to just let him cross. Whoops. Alright, it's going to be coming up in a quarter of a mile. We're making my right turn. Traffic is light right now. It's Friday. In general, there's a good vibe in the air because everybody loves Fridays. Because they know they got a nice 2-day weekend coming up. Alright, my right turn's coming up. Let's see, now where am I going? Oh, it's going to be coming up on the right hand side. Alright, let's start looking. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Maybe. Is it this one with the garage door open? I think it is. It's the one with the garage open. There we go. There's somebody sitting out front. I don't know if I should hand it to him or leave it at the door. Yep, food. Can we just leave it at the door? Or do you want to take? Okay.
Yeah, then she should probably wait for you.
All right, sounds good.
You.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Alright, that's all dropped off. I think the next person is just a little bit of a ways down, just across the street, which is fantastic. I don't normally get customers that are this close to each other. Very nice. This is going to make it real simple. Okay, start looking. The address, I mean, the number is, it's this house here. Yes, let me turn around. And then we'll drop it off. Super close drop off for the second one. Couldn't be any better than this. Woo-hoo. Starbucks order, let's do it. Thank you. All right, done. Boy, this was an easy one. I was really expecting it to be more difficult than what it was, only because it was Rachel's kitchen. I thought, oh, it's going to be crowded, the road's going to be closed, but it wasn't bad at all. Very simple. What a relief. Now we're at $26 or something like that, or close to it. Current temperature 83 degrees. I have 17 miles on the car and I'm getting 76 miles to the gallon. Which way do I go from here? Straight ahead? Yeah, straight ahead. Okay. So far so good. It's 9:38. We still got hours and hours and hours until the end of the day. $5, 9 miles. We got hours and hours. We got like 4 hours left to make money. So you would think, surely I'm going to be able to make the $50 goal today on a Friday. There's going to be enough generous people at the end of the week. People got paid. So yeah, let's all cross our fingers and hope today's going to be the day I finally hit the $50 mark. especially working, how many hours am I working? 7 hours, I think, 7.5 hours. I'm going to be online today, waiting, patiently waiting. I'm going to be working shorter hours tomorrow because I have to get my dog's nails trimmed tomorrow. And what I usually do is I just pause the app, the DoorDash app, and then I'm just getting the dog's nails done as I'm on pause with DoorDash. And it usually doesn't take me that long to get the dog's nails trimmed. It's usually on a Saturday morning. I can usually get his nails trimmed really fast. And I go to the Petco, and they charge about, I think they charge $12 or no wait, I think $15 to trim his nails, which for this area is a great deal. I know it varies depending on where you live. I know if you live in some places it's like $10, but here everything's expensive. Anything that's veterinarian or pet related is very, very expensive here. And if I take him to the vet to get his nails trimmed, they charge me $25. So Petco has been the best deal I have found to take my dog to get his nails trimmed. I mean, because he's such a little dog, he's pretty easy to deal with, and it's over real quick. So once a month, though, his nails grow real fast. I'm really always shocked how fast that dog's nails grow. The other dog, I have like the little white one, and her nails don't grow at all. I trim her nails probably every 3 or 4 months. He's the one with the super fast growing nails, and I don't know if it has to do with he's a male dog. I don't know. I don't really understand why that is, but they grow so quick. So, and if I don't trim them regularly, you know what happens? They start to curl around, and then you get these ingrown nails, and you have to go to the doctor, and they have to remove the nail, and the dog has to be on antibiotics. I had a dog like that before, and it was a nightmare. Very dangerous for the dog. Oh my goodness. Well, I feel like everything's going just fine. I don't think I have any concerns at the moment about what's happening here in the land of Vegas doing this job. The traffic's obeying, the weather's obeying. The app has been okay. I mean, it's been sending stuff. It wasn't like the last 2 days so far, or 3 days, where there was long pauses and nothing coming in. Although right now, I don't really see much of anything coming in at the moment. Right now, the app is quiet. This is the part when I know that when I get home, I'm just going to be, twiddling my thumb so something comes in. Because this is a sign right here that it's slow right now. The fact that I'm driving these dead miles back to my house is a sign that it's just slow, and I don't know when it's going to get busy again. So that doesn't make me real hopeful. And also, it's the time right now. Usually between 9:30 and 10 is a slow period where people who order stuff for breakfast have already gotten their stuff, and the people that want lunch, they just aren't, they're not out yet. They're not ready to order. It's not close enough to lunchtime. But once it hits 10 o'clock, that's usually when I start to get lunch-related orders or shopping or whatnot. So, yeah, this is a dead zone time. I got the next offer, and it's from Uber Eats. We're going to go to Sprouts and shop for one item. I'm going to get $8.03 for 4.6 miles. This one is a little bit less than $2 for every mile. But since I'm only shopping for one item, I can't imagine it taking me that long to complete. And I do know that if there is a line at the checker, because this particular place they want you to always use the checker. As far as the store goes, the employees at the store are always on the lookout for delivery drivers who are using the self-checkout, and they try to tell you can't use the self-checkout. So if it's busy, maybe I'll be able to get away with using the self-checkout. Although the lady at this Sprouts, boy, she has eagle eyes. If she catches me, she's gonna really give me the third, read me the riot act. So yeah, I'm hoping it's not gonna be a long line. Usually, if it's busy, and then they'll have more than one checker open. So I think I'm gonna be okay either way. And this particular order is just some candy. It looks like is what the customer wants. 2 tubs of candy, so I won't even need a shopping cart. All I'll need to do is run in, grab it, and head to the checker. So I don't think it's going to be difficult to do. The hardest part about this order is going to be the drop-off. I think I'm going to a guard-gated community, so I think that's going to be where I'm going to run into problems. There could be a long wait to get. Oh boy, there could be a long wait to get into the community. Man, that truck parked terrible. It made it where it was almost just a one-way street to get through there. Oh boy. Alright, just gotta make a right here, and then we should be able to quickly find a place to park. I hope. I want to get this going on my $8. I want to be able to get into the 30s. I'll have like $33 I think after this one. Alright, let's go. I thought they were candy. They're actual apples. Photo. Submit the photo. Put the receipt in the trash. Submit the photo. Alright, we're going to be going 11 minutes, 3.6 miles. We're going to a house. It's a leave at the door. Give the gate the delivery address that you are going to, is what the customer has said. Let's move it. Let's move the car, everybody. I honestly thought that it was like fake candy slices that are flavored like apple. That's what I thought this was, and I was like looking in the candy section for it, and I saw this young girl who stocks the shelves, who I've asked questions to before, and she's very knowledgeable about where everything is. So when I saw her, I went right to her. I said, "Excuse me, do you know where this is?" And she saw the picture, and even she paused for a second, and she's like, "Oh," and then she took me over to where the actual apples are in the produce section. And there they were. There they were, and I had never seen them before. It must be something new that they have added, is my guess, because I have never seen these apples before. They didn't look familiar at all. So it's a new item brought into Sprouts. And when I saw how big they were, I thought, shoot, maybe I should have grabbed a cart. But once I just used both of my hands, I was able to carry both packages. And then as I headed to the checkout, it looked like only one checker was open, because the lady that always helps me at the checkout, she wasn't there. She was at the self checkout, like organizing it. And then she knows me, or she's very familiar with me going to the store, so she knows I'm a delivery driver. And so I right away go to her. "Oh, is your check stand open?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll be right there." So she comes over, and yeah, that's how I was like, "Ooh, I'm glad I didn't use the self checkout. She would have totally busted me." And then and then both of us were trying to figure out why somebody would order so many of these apples. Like, what could they possibly be doing with all these apples? And she thought maybe they have a daycare or something out of their home, and they're for the kids, or it could be for a party. But we could not figure out why somebody would want this many apples at their house. We're like trying to figure it out. It could be that they're putting something together for like some event. You know what I mean? Maybe they are connected somehow with the school, and this is going to be a part of their recipe to make like little mini candy apples for the kids. So that's a possibility. That's another thing I thought, oh, they could just be doing this for their daughter or their son, and there's one of these events where your parents have to bring something to the event, or you have to give it to your kids so they can bring it to the event, so they can, like a potluck is what I'm saying. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe this is for a potluck, and the kids are going to be the ones that are going to make the candied apples. Because I don't think the other kids will be happy if you're just giving out apples to the kids as your potluck contribution. I think the other parents would give you the stink eye if they saw you just bought some apples and that's all you're gonna bring. So yeah. And so far we're doing good. It's only 10 o'clock, 10:02. I have 23 miles on the car and I'm getting 68 miles to the gallon. The temperature now is 84 degrees. It's sunny, there's no wind. Everything's going along just fine. No problems at all. What else is happening right now? Well, I think in a previous video I told you guys they're going to be doing construction on the freeway. Apparently they broke ground, but I haven't been on the freeway lately to confirm that they've broken ground on this freeway. So somewhere on this freeway right now, below me, because I'm on the bridge right now, somewhere below me they are working on this freeway, and they're going to expand it. They're going to add 2 extra lanes on each direction. So 4 total lanes are going to be added to the freeway, which is insane because it's already a big freeway. I think there's already 3 lanes on each side right now. Yeah, there's 3 lanes on each side right now. So they're going to add 2 more. So that's going to mean 5 lanes each way. That's a lot of lanes. That's the kind of lanes you see on the 15 freeway near the Strip. And I guess they want to do it now because they have the room. Like when this freeway was first built, they built it with the intention of someday expanding it once the population grew. So they have the space to add that many lanes. They just got to remove all of the all the rock that's there. Don't crash, dude. There's a car coming. Pay attention, everybody. This turn is really tricky because there's like a blind spot. You have to really watch. It is not a joke. You really have to watch. Let me concentrate, everybody, because I can't even see to the last minute. I have absolutely no idea who's in lane number 1 until the last minute. Let me get my ID out. Uh-oh, it's closed. Lane closed ahead. Where's my driver's license? There it is. I'm telling you. This person behind me is tailgating me, and I gotta make a turn pretty soon. 0.3 miles to the turn, and someone's tailgating. This is a 35 mile an hour. I'm going 42, and he's still tailgating me. Like I'm still not going fast enough for him. Oh, I swear, Vegas. What a place. What a place. Where's that turn? I'm signaling now so he knows. I'm like, pay attention. I'm gonna be turning. Do not crash into me. I bet you they just forgot at this point that I'm even turning. Man, he almost crashed right into me. He almost did. People are too much. Oh man, it's crowded today. That driver was as rude as they get. Man, they don't get any ruder than that guy, let me tell you. Well, now I've just got to be patient to get through here. It's going to be a minute. There's a lot of cars. There just happen to be a lot of people trying to come in here today at the same time. Oh boy, at least I'm not delivering ice cream or anything like that. It's a pretty standard item to deliver, pretty simple. Make sure I have everything I need. Why is he showing the guy his phone? This is not Anthem Country Club. He actually has the nerve to try to tell the guy to read what's on their phone. It's like, you tell me what's on your phone. He can't read your phone. Not with all that sun and glare. It's like, just tell whoever this driver is in front of me is a knucklehead. They don't know what they're doing. They actually did not want to tell the guy verbally what the address was. They just point the phone at him. And it's sunny right now, so the guy can't see with the glare what your phone is showing. It's like, that's the most nonsensical thing you could do. The driver wants you to tell him, and if you can't speak, then write it on a big piece of paper so you can see it in print on a piece of paper. Don't expect him to see your phone and see the tiny, the address they put on these apps is so small. It's very hard to read, even in sitting inside the car where I'm at right now. I could barely read the address. Oh, and now, of course, he's punishing this person, taking his sweet time because she ticked him off. Oh, boy. We all have to pay for this person being rude. Oh, boy. Let me check on my DoorDash. Make sure it hasn't ended. I know I reset it recently. I still have 28 minutes to go. Oh, he is making this person suffer in front of us. He's going to make sure that he takes as long as possible to hold this person up for being so rude. These guards have to deal with baloney all day long. So it's so easy for them to get ticked off. Oh, I think they're sneaking there. Hello. All right, thank you. Have a good one. All right, we are in. Finally. My gosh. This is just for $8? All this stuff I'm going through? It's going to easily be 30 minutes for completion for this order. I guarantee you. Or I don't guarantee, but you'll see it. When I'm walking to the door, I have the graphic that comes up and it shows you the total time it's going to be for me to complete this delivery. So you'll see it as I'm delivering in the graphic, how long it took me total time and how much the customer actually tipped and all that stuff. I try to make sure I always show all the details for every delivery, so that way you guys can see how much pain and suffering I truly had to go through to get this tiny little piece of change, this tiny chunk of change. This is like the main reason why I always like to just deliver in nice areas, because if I'm hardly getting paid anything, I want to at least have some type of fringe benefits when it comes to doing this. And the biggest benefit that I get from doing this job every day is, being in a beautiful neighborhood and being able to see the nice homes, just driving through the nice neighborhood and being able to really, feel like I've had a good day because I saw so much beauty in the neighborhood. So that's the main reason why. That's one of the main reasons why I like to do this job. It's just a nice getaway to get out of the house, cruise around, and see nice things. So it sets me up for like a good mood for the rest of the day. If I was going to all those other areas of town, let me tell you, there's some real bad areas of town. I would be miserable. I wouldn't want to do this job. Is it this house? It looks like it's this big house here, the white one on the left. Yeah, it's this giant house here. All right, let's drop this off. It is a leave at the door, right? Yeah. All right, grab this. Thank you. Okay, that's all done, and now we're in the 30s, which is great news. Oh, man. Somewhere we're in the 30s. I don't know exactly where. 26 plus 8, 33, 32, $5, 3.3 miles. 26 plus 8. 26 plus 8. 34. $34 is where we're at right now. And time is 10:12. I have 25 miles on the car. I'm getting 73 miles to the gallon. Gas mileage is excellent today. I don't know what's so special about today that the car is suddenly getting great gas mileage, but it is, so I'll take it. Whew. Now we're just heading back home as usual, and maybe we'll get something on the way back, and maybe we won't. I don't know. Something's coming in. $4, 2 miles for shopping. I don't think so. Can't believe someone actually thinks that somebody would do their shopping for that tiny amount of money. I mean, I didn't even look at how many items it was. It didn't matter to me. I'm like, the fact that I would have to walk up and down the shopping aisles and then wait in line to pay for their stuff and only get $4, that's a hardcore no. It's like, why would I do that? I mean, why would anybody do that? I guess if you just had a goal, like you just wanted to finish your day with the amount of money that would finish your goal, maybe you would do it, but... And it was only for like 1.8 miles, but no thank you. I'll pass. I would barely do it if it was like a Starbucks order. I'd be like, well, it's just Starbucks. I just gotta go in and grab it and then take it and drop it. I think I'll make a right-hand turn coming up. I have to think about what's the shortest distance to get back home. And I do believe going this way is the shorter of the two. The only difference, I think, is if I'd have went the other way, there would have been more opportunities going back that way than this way. But you never know. There's a CVS right here, and then there's also a Vons going north, and then going south is on my way towards IHOP and, you know, lots of other things. So just never know where the opportunities are gonna come from. So I just think to myself, just do the shortest distance to get back to wherever your waiting spot is. And for me, that's the HOME. Oh boy. So far my mood, I feel okay. I feel like I am still focused and I have energy. I don't really feel discouraged in any way. It's just starting to get warm. Even with the air conditioning, you can really feel that heat coming through the glass. I thought about getting my windows tinted, $4, 12 miles. But what I researched online, it looked like it was pretty expensive to get windows tinted. So I thought about tinting them myself. And then when I saw what you have to do to tint them yourself, I'm like, oh, no, that's okay. That's a little bit more difficult than what I thought. I thought you just slapped it on and you were done. You sprayed some water and you were done. You have to use like a heat gun, and you have to do all this cutting, and it's like, no, that's okay. Then what if I do a terrible job doing it and it's all bubbly and ugly looking? It's going to be really hard to get it off. I'm like, that's all right. I have my little sunscreens I can put on and to block out the sun. The next car I get, I am going to make sure that the windows are tinted. I really should have had this one tinted to begin with. And maybe I will change my mind. Maybe I'll get a good deal somewhere. Somebody will send me something in the mail, or I'll eventually make some phone calls, and maybe I'll get a deal. $3, 5 miles. Maybe I'll get a good deal. This town, you never know. You never know who's going to be giving you, who might be giving you a good deal. Although most things in Vegas are very expensive compared to other places, I have to say. The only thing I noticed that's cheaper that we're cheaper to than other places is if you compare us to California. California prices are super high. $3 4 miles. California has the highest prices I've ever seen. Gas is super expensive. They have a big tax, sales tax, $4 4 miles. The sales tax is crazy. I think it's like 9% sales tax. Some places it's 10% sales tax at some stores, depending on what county you're in. When you shop in California, here I think the sales tax rate is like 7.5, I think. But the prices here are much lower too compared to California, so the price for goods are cheaper. And of course, groceries, there's no tax on groceries, so that's the one nice thing about California or Vegas, is that whatever price you pay for your groceries, the price is not taxed. There's no extra. I got the next offer. It's from Uber Eats. We're gonna go to Sprouts and shop for 9 items. I'm gonna get $11.40 for 4.9 miles. I don't think I was at home too long. It's about 10:43 right now. And I almost didn't accept this offer because it said heavy. And I didn't know how many cases of water were involved in doing the pickup for this one, or doing the shopping for this one. And I can tell by the cross streets that I'm delivering to a house, so I was like, well, it's heavy, but it's just a house, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And it does come out to $2 for every mile, so that's why I snatched it up. I already looked at the shopping list when I was at home, and it's not the water that I'm worried about. It's they want four pieces of salmon. And that means I've got to talk to the person at the meat counter to get it. And that's always a bit of a challenge because the guy at the meat counter is usually pretty busy. So it can be sometimes a problem to get the guy's attention to get that item. And that's usually the last item I get because, you know, it's fish and I don't want it to go bad while I'm shopping. So hopefully the meat counter won't be busy when I finally reach the time to order the salmon that this customer wants. Let's see, where should I park? I guess I'll park here. Alright, let's go in. Coconut water, baby broccoli, honey gold potatoes, Jolly Llama ice cream cones. Boy, that market was crowded. There were a lot of people in there, and there were multiple times I had to abandon the cart and just go on foot because it would have taken me forever to get through the crowds of people. So that's what I did. For the most part, after I got the spring water, I just left the cart in the aisle where the spring water was. And I started to make my way on foot through the rest of the store to get everything I needed. And then just bundled it all in my hands and made my way back to the cart. And they didn't have the kind of potatoes they wanted, so I got a substitute which they approved, and I think that was the hardest. I mean, that was the only thing that was like a substitute. That wasn't hard. And the salmon, there was nobody waiting at the counter for the salmon, so that was fine. And then they wanted some butter croissants, but they had 2 different kinds of butter croissants. So the first ones I grabbed were not right. Those ones were called nothing but butter croissants, and that's not what they wanted. They wanted the ones that were just butter croissants. And they wanted 2 boxes of those, and I got the last 2. So I completely lucked out in that regards for the croissants. They ordered some non-dairy ice cream cones, and I got those. Those were the 3rd items to last that I got. And the only reason why I didn't get those last is that I would have had to have made a double trip across the store to get them. And I didn't want to do that. So I said, oh, I don't care. Just grab them and throw them in the cart. After I got those ice creams, I headed over to get the salmon. And then after the salmon, I grabbed the croissants, which were at the beginning of the store when I first walked in, but there were just so many people shopping at the pit where the pastries were and where the bread was. I just bypassed it to the end, and I went there on foot to get it. I like how I say like on foot, like I'm going through the forest to find something. But sometimes that's what it feels like when you're doing these deliveries, these shopping orders. You feel like it's like you're fighting the crowds to get everything as fast as you can without looking like you're rushing. Trying to casually grab stuff without looking like you're in a rush, because you don't want people to get upset or feel like you're, like on people drive on the road, like you're trying to drive the speed limit and they're going twice the speed limit and they're scaring everybody because they're going so fast. That's the kind of effect you can give people in the store if you start rushing around too fast in the store. It startles people. They're like, what is he doing? Why is he going so fast? So you got to go at a very moderate speed while you're doing it. And now we're going to be traveling 10 minutes, 3.5 miles. We're going to a house. It's a meet at the door. And it says, when you get to the gate, you'll have to give them the address. So we're going to be going to, it looks like the Dragon Ridge Country Club, to drop this off. And I think I'm going to go through the very first gate to drop this off, because the line is usually shorter to get in. So I'm going to be making a right coming up at the next light, rather than going all the way down to the other entrance that usually it's a long wait to get in. Once again, another cheapskate, another millionaire that can't afford to pay me a few more dollars to be more generous. I'm always surprised when these people that live in these $1 million homes are so tight with their money. It's like you could just put in an extra couple of dollars and make somebody's day, and you're not going to miss it one bit with all the millions of dollars you have. But they don't do it. Oh boy, the line's long here too. Shoot, I better keep going. Never mind. The line there is long too. Holy cow, the line was long. There were about 8 or 9 cars in line right there. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm going to go to the other entrance. Because if I have to wait through that, I might as well just go to the other one. Because if the line's long there too, then at least I'm going this speed to get closer to the house I have to drop off at. Holy smokes, that line was long. I wasn't expecting that. That was a bit of a shock. That entrance, usually there's nobody there. I guess the word must be out. Everybody must know that is the faster way to get into Dragon Ridge Country Club. And now everyone's doing the opposite. Now watch when I go over here, there'll be no waiting. That'll be hysterical. I'll be like, everybody reversed. They all had the same thought. They're like, I'm going to go through this entrance. It's going to be so much faster. And they're all stuck right now. This one coming up, this is the one where all the large vehicles, the big construction trucks, have to go to this entrance to get in because of, I guess there's like an overhang or something for that entrance. And there's just more workers, there's more guards working at this entrance to manage the large influx of traffic that goes into this $1 million community that we're going to. The traffic is insane that comes into this place because it's so massive. It's such a big community. with so many people that live here, and they're all so super rich. Yeah, see, it's a regular long line here, which is fine. This is manageable. You can see how I have a long straightaway. I have a really long straightaway to wait, whereas the other one, not so much. So this was the right call. And now we're only 1.7 miles now from the drop-off. 6 more minutes after I pass. I mean, I don't know if it's 6 more minutes after I pass, but it is 1.7 miles from this point. And now you just gotta be patient. Usually it flows fairly smooth. I mean, today is Friday, so there's not a lot of people that are from out of town visiting. So hopefully this flows fast and I'm not stuck here for a long time. I hope. Yeah, so the Sprouts was fine. I mean, and there was no line at the checkout to get everything paid for, and it was that usual lady that I deal with inside of Sprouts. So she's really fast and she's always real chatty, and she's always working. I don't know how she works so many hours, but every time I'm in there, she's always there. She must work 7 days a week. I can't think of a time I've gone in there and she wasn't in there in the morning. Just seems like a real regular. Oh, the line is starting to shrink. A lot of these people actually have passes to get in, and as soon as the guy sees the pass, he tells them to get over. Yeah, he's looking for them right now. He's telling them, just get over. Yep, he's telling them, just get over. Me, I have to wait in this line. There's a lot of people that are construction workers that have a pass, and right now that guard is telling them to just go to the right and go in. And for me, I can't. I have to wait because I'm just an Uber Eats driver. I'm really surprised this person has put meat at the door. Usually these rich people, they don't want to see you because they don't want to have to, stare you in the eye knowing they didn't tip you really well. They're like, I don't want to see them because I didn't really give them that much money for all the hard work they're going to do. So I really don't want to get the stink eye from the driver, which I never do. I mean, you just got to be polite, You don't know why they're not tipping the full amount, and you just want to stay professional. So I never give anybody the stink eye, even if they don't tip the amount I think they should tip. I'm just friendly, and I tell them what to do. I just tell them thank you, have a nice day, and that's it. Boy, the line's taking a while for some reason. Somebody's having some issues. I don't know what's going on, why it's taking so long. I got one more to go and it'll be my turn. Okay. Make sure I know my number, my street. That's it. I am next. I am next. See how long I have to wait? This is why I don't like going to these guard-gated communities. I really try my best to avoid them, but you can't avoid them right now. You just can't. There's no work. Look at the time. It's 11:10 right now. 11:10, and I'm not even at $50 yet. On a normal work day, I would be done by 10 or 10:30. Hello. Uber Eats.
What is this?
Uber Eats. Awesome, thank you. Alright, let's roll. Let's get this car rolling. We made it through the guard gate. Like a miracle we made it through. I didn't think we were gonna make it. I'm like, what's happening? Why is everything taking so long? Normally I'm through there fairly quickly. The line usually just moves along, and the guard was on point. I don't think he just a couple of times asked me to repeat the address, but nothing too major. I don't know. I don't understand why it was taking longer than normal to get through. Oh boy. Well, at least you guys can enjoy the beautiful view of this $1 million neighborhood that has a really fancy golf course, and well, you can see all this stuff around me. We're in the land of luxury right now, the land of make-believe, where everybody dreams to be rich. When do I make my turn? What does this lady do? Oh, this lady wants to make a left turn. I can't go until this lady goes. I don't know what's happening. I thought I had the right of way to just go. There was no stop sign for me, but now I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening. You get so overwhelmed with the beauty when you come in here, you don't pay attention to the road signs. I'm like, I thought there was no stop sign for me, but maybe there was. And the speed limit here, I think, is 20 miles an hour. I gotta go 1.2 miles still to get through. And I'm behind an air conditioning van. So I just gotta be, oh no, it's 25 and he's going 21 miles an hour. Oh boy. Some of these contractors that drive here, they don't pay attention to the signs. They're too busy like talking on their phone to their boss or whatever, slowing the rest of us up. I got 2 cars behind me tailgating me, wondering why I'm going so slow. I'm like, dudes, it's not my fault. There's a air conditioning van here that is going way slower than they need to. Now they're going 21 miles an hour. Come on, everybody, let's go. While the rich person is watching me, the blue icon's on. They must really need the stuff that I have in my car. They're not normally watching the app. They're usually busy doing other stuff. But not today. Today, a rich person desperately needs whatever I shop for in my car. And it's so important to them that they actually have the app open and they're watching. I can always tell because a blue icon appears on my phone that shows me that the customer is watching what I'm doing. I think I make a right. I think. Hope I'm not going the wrong way. Oh, this van is gonna probably end up going right to the house that I need to go to. Please make a right, not a left. Make a. Can't even use your signal. They're making a right. Good. They'll be gone, and I can go. Thank goodness. Now I can actually drive the normal speed that I normally drive when I'm here. Ah, that guy was going slow. Unbelievably slow. Turn right on this street. Okay, I got it. Boy, we're going all the way to the top. We're going to see the most expensive houses here in Dragon Ridge Country Club. We're going all the way to the very top of the mountain. Now you guys can all imagine yourselves being multi-millionaires living at the, coming home from your expensive cocktail party that you had with all the other executives at your big corporation. And now you're coming home after a hard day's work to your fancy $1 million home. This is the drive you would make as you make your way back to luxury, back to your retreat. I don't know if these people are, whoa, that guy made a hard turn. I don't know if the people here are so rich they have like a butler, but they definitely have cleaning people. I don't know if people have butlers anymore. I think they just have like executive assistants that help them. Oh my goodness. I bet you the person that takes this order is not even going to be the owner. It's going to be like their staff. They're going to have like cleaning staff or something that are going to take this from me. More than likely. Oh, they're doing a lot of construction up here. Oh boy. Getting real close. I think it's this house here on the left. I gotta turn around and there's somebody behind me. Put my hazards on. Oh, let me turn here. Oh, turn here. Are you going this way? I'm like, dude, I gotta turn around. The guy was tailgating me from behind. There's a lot of cars up here. Normally there's nobody up here. Oh my goodness. Well, here he is. Let's drop it. I guess I'll carry it all. Thank you. I don't know if they want me to go beyond that door. I just rang the bell right now. Alright, there was no response from the customer, so I just went ahead and left it by the door where they had a bell, and I could not open that door, and they did not respond to my messages, so I don't know what was happening. I was not going to worry about it. I'm like, well, whatever. I'm like, sorry, rich person, I'm not going to wait for you to respond beyond what I've already waited, and you obviously see that I'm coming. And I rang the bell, and you didn't message me saying I'll be right there or nothing. No communication at all. So that's all you're gonna get from me. Let me turn back. Oh shoot! I almost lost my DoorDash. I think I go this way. Oh wait, do I go this way? Oh dear. I hope I'm going the right way. Oh boy. I don't quite remember if this is the right direction or not. I'm fairly certain this is the right one. Look at that beautiful view. Holy cow. I'm just going downhill is all I know. I gotta keep going downhill. And then I think I make a left here. I know I made a lot of turns to get up here, so I don't know if I'm going the right way or not. For all I know, I'm gonna end up in the completely wrong place. I better turn on my Google Maps. I'm getting a little bit nervous. I'm starting to feel like I'm completely going the wrong way. Let's see what it says. The navigation says turn around. The navigation says you are going the complete wrong way. Yep, this is a dead end. I'm completely going the wrong way. Oh, well, you get to see more fancy homes. That's nice. And a pool person. Get to see the person that cleans the $1 million pools. Oh boy, I really blew it. So yeah, so I just said all the stuff there, and it said meet at the door, and I rang the doorbell, and I typed in I've arrived. And then after I typed in I arrived, I messaged them and said I will leave at door. And that was it. There was not much else to be said, really. I think that if the person desperately wanted me to really wait for them to open the door, or they've known the whole time I was coming, they would have left the door unlocked so I could have just pushed it open and left the stuff at their courtyard, but they didn't. And I wasn't gonna just stand there waiting. I was parked in a spot that was a do not park area, and I just wanted to get going. I'm like, especially it wasn't even a big tipper. I'm like, you're not even a big tipper. I bet you that they didn't tip at all. I think the majority of the money was just to come down here. Because look at, they bought a lot of things that were expensive, and they did not, and the miles are a lot. This was not a low mile trip, in my opinion. Boy, thank goodness for the navigation. I would never be able to figure out how to get out of here. I would be lost. I would be lost without the Google Maps to get me back on course. 100% I would be totally lost. Well, it wants me to stay inside of McDonald Ranch all the way to the exit. But I think I'm gonna leave right where the golf course is. I really want to get a chance for the app to send me more opportunities. And I know it's not going to send me anything when I'm in here. So as soon as I see the golf course, I'm going to, or maybe I'm not going to see the golf course. I think the way it took me, I've already bypassed where the golf course is, I think. Oh no, it's coming up. It's coming up. So you can see all around us are beautiful $1 million homes. They're probably worth somewhere between these ones are probably worth somewhere between $5 and $15 million here in Vegas, which is a total steal. For what you get, it's a totally good deal. And the house that we delivered to, that one is probably way more, like a whole lot more. I'd have to look on Zillow to find out. Everything keeps going up. Everything keeps going up in price. Well, there's a lot going on over here. All these landscapers, they got to spend all day maintaining all this stuff. The HOA fees here must be really expensive. And I'm sure just to be a member of the golf club is not included. So it's your HOA fees to live here, and then of course if you're here, you're going to be networking with the people that live here, so you're going to have to join the golf club or whatever, so that way you can get that money as well. I mean, you get that money, so you have to pay that money as well. Oh my gosh, get me out of here. People walking. Alright, we're out of the $1 million area, thank goodness. It was more stressful than I was expecting. So we're pretty close to $50 now, so that's the good news. I got 35 miles on the car. That's usually the magic number that always tells me I've hit the $50 mark. But I don't think I've gotten any work I've gotten no work from DoorDash today whatsoever. Everything's come from Uber. And since nothing's coming in, let's see if I can do the math. So we got an $11 one, then an $8 one, that's $19. Then I got a $7 one, that's 26 and change. This is gonna be 34, 35. We're about at $45. $45 and change. Maybe just 45. Maybe $44. So we gotta just make $5 more, and it's 11.26. Whoa, man, they're making us work for this money today. I'm telling you, the amount of effort that I've got to do today compared to a normal day is just insane. I can't believe how hard it is to make $1 right now. It is just, I don't even get it. It's like, why is it so hard to make money right now? Oh man. It's probably a lot about, okay, this is what also I found out yesterday. Tourism is down here in Vegas. Tourism is down by 5%. So that doesn't sound like a lot. But when you also factor in Uber drivers who drive people around, and you also factor in that more people have been laid off, so there's more people that are actively on Uber and DoorDash doing gig work to make up for their temporary loss of income. When you factor all these things in, that's probably why I'm not getting as much, I'm not as easily making money as I normally would. I really do think that has a lot to do with the situation. Oh man. So we are basically competing with more delivery drivers than normal. And there's also just fewer people here in Vegas, because a 5% drop is a lot of, especially considering though all those tourists normally will be using Uber Eats and DoorDash, a large percentage of them, and they're not using it. And also those people are also would be on the strip getting rides from Uber drivers, and they're not here. So Uber drivers are trying to make up their lost revenue by doing Uber Eats. So we got more competition. I think that's what it is. If I was not sticking to the rule of $2 for every mile, I'm sure I would have already hit the $50 by now. But there's just fewer good offers that are out there right now. That seems to be the sad reality of what I'm dealing with. You can see even right now, the app is not pinging at all. I've got Uber Eats going, nothing. I've got DoorDash going, nothing. Ooh, the line is still long for the other entrance to get into Dragon Ridge Country Club. It has not shrunk one bit. God, I hope my next offer isn't to go back over there. There's just too many cars to go back into Dragon Ridge Country Club. So fingers crossed, the next one's an easy one. It's just a real simple short drive for that last $5. If I get back home, I don't know if I want to keep going. That was stressful to me, especially because I got lost. That stressed me out. And then I'm also irritated that the customers put meat at the door, and they were watching me, and they didn't meet me at the door. I rang the bell, I did everything, and there was nothing. There was no communication at all. And watch, they're not going to tip me. They're going to be mad. You watch. They're such cheapskates. They're going to be mad that I didn't carry the water from the door I left it at to their main door. I could see that happening right now. But that's their own darn fault. You know, if they really wanted to work with the delivery driver on this order, they would have left the door ajar to get to their front door, and they did not. I pushed on it. It was locked, and I rang the bell and gave them ample time to unlock that door, and they didn't. So I'm like, well, whatever. Now maybe what happened is that when I pushed the bell, maybe that's when the door unlocked. That's possible, that the door unlocked when I pushed the button, but I didn't get a chance to grab it because I headed over back to the car to get more stuff, and I thought that they would show up to the door. Uh-oh, something's going on here. There's a flare. There's an accident. Oh, the light's broken. Oh shoot, the light is broken. Oh my goodness, the light is out. That's why there's a flare. The light is out. Oh man, I'm glad we didn't have to go to that intersection, because nobody's going to realize that the light is out until the last second. All those poor rich people that live in Askaya, they're in for a shock of their lives when they try to exit that area. Next order's coming up. I'm going to have to take it, I think. Hold on, let me see what this other one is. Let's see what the other offer is before I accept this one. Oh, I can't look at it. So I either take it or I don't, or I lose it. All right, I accepted it. Let me see what DoorDash offers $7 for 4.2 miles. That ain't gonna work. Let me pause my DoorDash. And I'll tell you about the next offer. It's not that great, but we'll be done. Alright, I got an offer from Uber Eats. We're going to go to Sprouts. I'm going to shop for 15 items. I'm going to get $11.62 for 2.4 miles. Alright. That was not too bad. I mean, the miles are super low, and that means we're not going to go far. We're not going to go to a horrible Dragon Ridge Country Club or to Askaya. We should be going to a place that's real close by, which is fantastic news. The only bad thing is that we got to shop for 15 items, so that's kind of a lot of items. We're going to probably be in there for 30 minutes, so I probably won't be back home until probably a little after 12, probably 12:15, 12:30. That's the only downside, which isn't really a big deal. But at least I'll be done, and I think that means I'm going to be at $55, $56, I think, for the day. Maybe I'll be in a good mood and I'll keep working. We'll see. Let me take a look at what they're shopping for. Please don't be any water. I'm looking for anything heavy. The store's going to be crowded. No, there's nothing heavy in this order, so we're good with that. They want some kombucha, so I don't know if they're gonna have that. They've been having a hard time keeping that in stock. I think I read a news article that they had to recall all the kombucha because they found out that the alcohol percentage, the percentage of alcohol in a kombucha is over the legal limit to sell it as a regular nutritional drink. It's considered to be an alcoholic beverage, which is against the law. So they had to recall all the kombucha and reformulate it so it doesn't exceed the alcohol limit. And according to the article, the reason why the kombucha was exceeding the alcohol limit had to do with the fermentation of the beverage. Like when the beverage left the warehouse, it was under the legal limit for alcohol. But because the kombucha continues to ferment on the shelf, it was exceeding the limit as it continued to ferment on the store shelf. I was like, that is wild that actually somebody found that out and busted them for selling alcoholic beverages that people were buying that they weren't supposed to be selling. All right, we're here at Sprouts. The world is crazy. Let's go in. Crafted hamburger buns and then some plain bagels. Iceberg lettuce. Organic celery and a zucchini. Dandelion greens. Chunky blue cheese. Chobani extra creamy oat milk. Silk almond creamer. Eggs from plants. A lot of the health food items the store doesn't have, so right now I'm just running back and forth across the store desperately trying to finish this order. Kombucha substitute. Kerrygold pure Irish butter substitute. Blackbird pizza. I found the items that were missing. They were over near where the coffee creamer was, which was really weird. And now I've lost the cart. That was hard. That was so hard to do. That was not a fun experience at all. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Oh, alright, we're going to be traveling 4 minutes, 1.3 miles. It's a house, it's a leave at the door, leave on front porch. Everything went wrong. And the time is 12:07. I thought I would be done. I thought I would be out of there like 10 minutes ago. I thought I'd be out of there. Oh, you just gotta laugh. This job is so ridiculous. And the market was so crowded, I had to abandon the cart and start walking on foot to get things because it was just so crowded. I must have gone back and forth across that store probably about 8 or 9 times. Oh, it was too much, too much. Oh, gosh. What a mess. What a total mess. Oh, I gotta watch my speed. This is a speed trap area. Oh, man. I can't even begin to tell you all the things that went wrong. There were so many things that went wrong. And I was talking back and forth with the customer for so long. $5, 3 miles. No. I don't know if I want to do any more after this. Oh boy. That was really bad. The customer, I can't tell you what happened. I'm so mad. Let's just say I couldn't find stuff. And then I thought 100% it wasn't in stock. But it was in stock. I found where it was at. I just couldn't find it. And the customer was polite in the messaging. There was no rudeness by the customer, and they apologized for being difficult finding the stuff, but it wasn't their fault. It was my fault because I couldn't figure out where all this stuff was. It was all this vegan stuff. And the vegan stuff they had in many different locations throughout the store. Some were close to near the checkout, and some are way in the far back of the store. So it made for a very, very long experience inside the store. A lot of walking, a lot of back and forth. So much so that I don't know if I want to continue on anymore. That was real bad. At least it's a close drop-off. House is going to be coming up here on the left. I tried not to show too much being upset when I was chatting with the customer through text messaging. All right, we're here. Let's dump this crap off. Thank you. Well, at least we got our $50. That's over. And at least the drop-off was easy. That wasn't hard. What a terrible way to end the day. That put me in a foul mood. Foul. I couldn't find anything. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I find this stuff? And I could not remember. There's this stuff called Mykonos butter, and it's like, I bought this Mykonos butter before, and I bought vegetarian cream cheese before, and I was over near where all the vegetarian stuff was, and I'm like, where is it? It's not here. It's not in the vegan section, but I know I've bought this stuff before, but I could not remember. And they put it where all the vegan coffee creamer is. I'm like, oh my gosh. Of course it would be where the vegan coffee creamer is. That just makes sense, but that's way over on the other side of the store. Oh. I hate when my brain misfires. Oh God, another one. 3.6 miles to shop for 9 items, 26 units. Driving 3.6 miles. Accept. Why me, Lord? I'm trying to push myself. I'm like, push, you can do it. I know you want to go home and just crap out, but push. Push like you're giving birth. Get it out. All right, we're going to be going to Vaughn's. Oh, this one's from Uber Eats. We're going to be going to Vaughn's. I'm going to shop for 9 items. I'm going to get $11.32 for 3.6 miles. Uh-oh. I'm starting to get hysterical. Oh, I can feel it. This is not a good sign. I hope I don't mess up on this shopping order. I can feel, I can, when I start to get frustrated, I start to get loopy. Instead of getting mad, I get loopy. I start to get hysterical. So I start having like a laughing attack, laughing fits. This is a family hereditary trait that instead of us getting mad when we get tired and frustrated, when I'm tired and frustrated, instead of getting mad, I start laughing hysterically, like I'm losing my marbles because I don't know why. I don't know. It's a hereditary. It happens. It's a hereditary trait. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, and now my eyes are watering from laughing. Oh my gosh. Oh. It must be I think it's a defense mechanism. What am I shopping for? Oh Lord, they just added something. Chicken tenders. Oh shoot. I gotta go to the deli and get stuff. Okay, let me just breathe for a second. Oh shit. Let me breathe. I'm gonna have to take the long way to get here too. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take the long way to get to Vaughn's because of the traffic. Just breathe. Alright, what am I shopping for that's gonna be so painful? Anything else? No. It's all simple produce and then chicken tenders. This one's gonna be easier than the last one, and this one's gonna take me to $60 something, maybe all the way to 70. Ooh, the traffic is really backed up. Oh, I can see in the distance the traffic is getting stuck. I'm gonna go real slow when I'm doing the shopping on this one. I can't risk losing my cool on this one, because if I lose my cool, I may just cancel the order and walk out, and then I'll lose all the miles. Right now I have 40 miles on the car, which is over my normal limit, but for the last 3 days I've been so far below the limit that I've got the miles to burn. So, yeah, I figure I've got I have 15 miles that I can blow, so what is that? 35, 40. I can go 50 miles, I guess. Is that right? I don't remember how many miles. I don't recall the miles I had on the previous days. I think I must have 20 to 30 extra miles to blow, so let's just say 25. So 35, 40. I can go all the way to 60 miles on the car. So I've got a lot to blow. Now, normally I'd be in the right-hand lane, but I know they're doing construction, or they have been, so I'm afraid to go to the right. I'm afraid of what I'm going to encounter. So I'm gonna stick with being over here. Yeah, this is the right call. You can see up ahead the traffic to the right is all jammed up, and the guy behind me is doing the same thing. He at the last minute got back over when he saw. So this is about half a mile, quarter of a mile, I don't know, one or the other. Longer distance to get to the Vaughn's. But there's no left turn light, and it's not going to be a single lane. So this is the better way to go, I guess. Although look at the traffic here too, it's starting to back up as well. Oh boy. Well, what am I gonna do about it? I didn't have to take this one, but the miles were so low. 3.5 miles, that's not a lot of miles. That's why I took it. I'm like, gosh, that's $11 and change. That's almost a 4X. That's almost $4 for every mile. That's why I took it. I'm like, yeah, just take it and do it. It's not the end of the world. I'm hoping, oh shoot, I didn't even eat lunch today. I hope I don't start getting the shakes while I'm in there. It just dawned on me, the last time I ate was at 8 a.m. this morning, and I just had some pumpkin bread. So I haven't really had anything nutritional to eat. I hope I don't start getting the shakes when I'm shopping in there. Oh boy. What a mess. I'm like creating a dramatic moment for myself.
Turn right on End of Village Drive, then turn left.
Please, oh please, don't let anything go wrong with this one. Please let everything go smooth. Please don't let it be crowded. No car accidents. I don't want a car accident. I want to be I want to be focused, and I want to be calm. And I don't want to have anything to be in my way that's going to cause me stress. Oh, it's busy here at the market today. Wow. Look at all the cars. Holy smokes. I wonder if I should park. No, I've got to park closer. There's no cart returns. Just be patient, breathe, be patient, breathe. It's gonna be okay.
Turn right, then pick up on the right.
What's this person doing? Wow. That was a crazy maneuver to do. Yeah, it's busy, busy, busy. I'm gonna park all the way down. Oh wait, there's a parking spot here by the cart return. I'll take it. Let's do some shopping, folks. Fresh cut fruit medley bowl. Grape cup. Alright, I got all the produce and now I'm just headed to the deli. And then we'll be done. Last item, hot chicken tenders. We're done. $10.66, 17 miles. I can't do anymore. I'm stopping new requests. It's really busy right now. 6 minutes, 1.3 miles. It's a house. Leave at the door. You may leave at door. No knocking, please. Let me tell you, that was an experience. Let me tell you, I have to go the long way to go out of here too, unfortunately, because I have to get in the far right hand lane as soon as I come down the hill, so I have to take the long way. Which is fine because the traffic is really bad straight ahead, so I'm going to be making a right to get away from the madness. Get away from the craziness. It is complete insanity right now. Everybody's out, and with all the road construction going on, it's really, really crazy, and people are not patient, and the chance of an accident right now is very high with the way people are driving. We're going to be going 5 minutes, 1.6 miles. We're going to a house. I said everybody has to leave at the door. I think I already said it. See how tired I am? I'm not even thinking clearly. When I parked at that parking spot by the cart return, there was a fuel spill right near me, and the entire parking lot reeked of gasoline. And I don't think I stepped in it, but it was the entire parking lot reeks of gasoline, like you're at a gasoline station. And I don't know why that happened. I guess there's a car that must be leaking fuel is all I can think that would cause that problem. Very unusual to smell that strong of a smell of gasoline in a grocery parking lot. And almost all the items that I shopped for were produce, and I was surrounded by people constantly when I was in there. So I really had a hard time finding any opportunity to like record video as I grabbed the stuff. So I kind of just told you guys like, oh, I'm done with the produce. Ooh, shoot, they almost crashed. Another crazy driver. He almost crashed into that truck. See what I was saying? How people are driving too aggressive? It was like the guy in front of me just took off, and the guy that was making the right turn right in front of him wasn't going to stop either. Some crazy drivers here. So yeah, and then I talked to a nice man at the deli section who was getting fried chicken. He was very chatty. He was telling me he liked the extra crispy chicken, and he kept saying, make sure you get me the crispy chicken that's at the bottom of the tray. I guess because the heat from the heater continues to make the skin super crispy. So he was all happy and excited, and he was a man at an age that really shouldn't be eating fried chicken, but he was going for it. He looked like he was in his late 70s, early 80s, and he was having a good time with life. So he probably figured, you know, there's only so much time left. I'm going to enjoy it and eat whatever the hell I want. So that's what he was doing. And so I chatted with him for a little bit, and then that was I think that was the extent. Oh, there was a nice lady who was getting fruit in the fruit section, you know, the pre-cut fruit, and her son were trying to get big trays of cut fruit, and were taking a while. But then she saw me, and she told her son, step out of the way and let this man get what he needs, because we're going to be a while. So that was very nice of her. Usually up here in Anthem, nobody's friendly at all for the most part. Usually you get nothing but a bunch of cold-hearted snakes, as it were, who don't even acknowledge your existence when you're in there. So that was a nice, refreshing surprise. And I think I got everything the customer wanted. I don't think there was anything that I got that was not what the customer wanted. So there was no missing items. And the checkout process went almost perfectly smooth, except I forgot to scan the chicken tenders. I was at the checkout, and I saw the screen was still up for the chicken tenders, and I was like, uh-oh, I didn't scan the chicken tenders. I can't check out yet. So I had to stop checking out and finish scanning the items. So that was a bit of a pain. So I scanned the item at there, and I was like hoping the checker didn't come to find out what I was doing. I scanned it, then I had to enter in the quantity and the weight of the item. Oh, it was a mess. The checkout process was a bit of a mess. We're almost there. It's almost over. This day is almost at an end. Last one, thank goodness. Last drop off, I'm going home. It's going to be a house on the right here. This house here, we put my hazards on, and we'll drop it off. I can carry all this in one trip. Thank you. Got it. All right, I did it. I had no internet, so the app isn't closing out. Delivered. I got internet. Whew. It is over. Oh my God. 12:46. Oh, my hazards are on. 43 miles on the car. 58 miles to the gallon. Time, did I say 12:47? Yeah. It's 93 degrees, and I am so done. It's not even funny. I could not do another one to save my life. I don't know how you guys out there do those long 10-hour days doing this job. I can't do it. I am so done right now. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I want to just go home. Bad drivers in this town, man. Oh. Lots of good money, so it looks like for the moment the drought is over. It really started to pick up at the end, so That worked out real good. Maybe my acceptance rate is now high again. Maybe I'm gold now. I'm not green anymore. Nope. I still got a 15% acceptance rate. It's still low. Whatever. I'm going to go home. I'm going to make myself something good to eat. I'm going to relax. And then I'll work on the video. And I don't know if I'll finish it today or not because I'm tired. This is much. I wasn't expecting. I mean, I said I'd work till 2, but I didn't expect to feel this tired.